Okay, so today we're going to go through full kind of chest workout. I've kind of found that for myself, I've all kind of split chest into a more lower chest and upper chest dominant workout. Today we're going to focus on more upper chest. I feel like for me and for a lot of people, upper chest seems to be that lagging muscle part. Start off the workout, I like to try to open up the chest, stretch everything out, take that any sort of tightness around the shoulders, try to loosen everything off, stretch open the chest before we then start doing a lot more heavier compound work. So we're going to do dumbbell flies, incline. Again, starting lighter, building the weight up every set, and taking down the reps, just to get that blood flow in the muscle. And then from there, we're then gonna add a bit more weight, a bit more resistance every set. Focusing on keeping your shoulder blades back. Make sure once you've got that stable, we're then just going to keep that tension, maximize stretch in the chest and squeeze. Now even at the top, still keeping that tension. The key with any sort of pressing exercise to make sure that we're engaging the chest, always focus on pinning your shoulder blades back. That's going to give you more stability on the back of the shoulder, and it means that when you do force any sort of pressing movement, that we're going to engage the chest rather than the shoulders. Anytime you find that you're lifting your shoulders off the bench, you're going to be putting more stress in your shoulders and less in the chest. So pin those shoulder blades back. Shoulder blades back. Okay. Again, really starting to feel that my chest is now opened up. I feel like I've got good blood flow in there. I feel like I've got a good pump. So we'll now move on to dumbbell presses, and we'll start to load a bit more weight. The first set, even though I feel like my chest is warmed up, I'm not just going to go bang in to my heavy load, the heaviest weight I can do. We'll probably work anything up to between 50 or 60 kilo dumbbells, and I'm going to start at that kind of 30 kilo mark. Give myself far more time to recover, focus far more on the load that I'm using, because I'm trying to work on the overall stress. Because I'm dieting, because the calories are a lot lower, and because potentially my resistance, the amount of weight I'm using, is going to go down, I'm trying to increase the intensity by taking shorter breaks, by adding in far more volume, just to maximise the stress, the damage on the chest before I really start to get too tired. So we'll start at 30. So kind of since starting the whole video series about the workouts and me planning to kind of do a kind of photo shoot, starting about 93 to 94 kilo, down at my lowest weight this morning of about 88. So It's about, you're talking what, six kilos down now in almost 6 weeks. So every workout, I take it as it comes. Some workouts are better than others, but in my head I know what I can do, so it's just maximising the workout, every exercise, rather than focusing on if I wasn't able to do what I'd done previously, then it's just going for what I can do at that time. So we're going to go up, but okay. I try to take my time to make sure that, again, the range of motion is good, the tension is always on that chest, just to maximise the load I'm using for basically the stress that I'm going to be placing on the chest. Okay. Okay. And the one thing that I found for me, everybody wants that perfect chest, everyone wants that size, that shape, and it's the one muscle group that most people will train multiple times per week. It's the one muscle group that most people will love training. It's the one muscle group that for most people want to see, or they can physically see changes on a week-to-week or day-to-day basis. Okay. Yep. Okay. Again, sometimes I surprise myself. That felt okay. Again, we could probably increase that load for one more. In my head, I had 4 good sets. In reality, I feel like I've got one more in the tank. And do you know what, on another day, I might have not, but I always say to myself, if something's feeling good, then push it as much as you can on that day. Because there is other days where you're not gonna be able to do that, and it's the days you feel that you can go for the extra, the other days is gonna count. So we'll do one more, we'll add a bit more weight. I love training. I'll be training regardless whether I had a goal or no goal, because I just love doing it. Okay guys, make this count. Okay. And it's even known, if I've not got one more in the tank, it's just controlling that negative and just maximising the amount of time under tension that chest is going to be under stress. And now we're going to move on to the bar, which is going to be more of a kind of hypertrophy rep range, maybe 8 to 12. Strength work for me is going to be anywhere between 6 or 8. High volume work is going to be anywhere between that 15 and 20 mark. So let's move on. Okay. Okay, so 3 or 4 sets again, increasing the load per set. In my head, I've got some targets of what I'm aiming for, but it's doing the most I can per set, rather than saving some fuel or saving some reps in the tank which people often do. They say, I don't want to peak too early because I've got a couple of sets to go. I'd rather make every set count and do 3 good sets than do 6 long sets, but going at maybe 70%. And again, I don't really count that first set as a physical working set. I start to get a feel of each exercise that I do before I really start loading that weight, because if there's a problem or if there's an issue or it doesn't feel quite right, then I'll just move on. I'll move on to another exercise, because if there's one thing I've learned about injuries or pain, if something doesn't feel good, just miss out that session. You can always come back to it another week, but if it's causing you pain, it's causing you discomfort, it's causing you issue, there's a reason behind it. So that felt good, so we'll push the weight up. And as much as I'll always train to a plan, I'm more of a logbook type of guy, so I'm always focusing on marking down what weight I'm using, marking down the reps I'm able to do, and leaving a mental or physical note of what I'm trying to beat. When I am specifically trying to build muscle, that is always my focus. Sometimes you get that wee flutter of adrenaline, you get that wee bit of drive, you dig a wee bit deep and you find a wee bit of something you never quite had. And again, that last set felt far easier than all the other sets leading up to it. And again, the load was that wee bit heavier. But it's feeling good. I'm not going to push it, we're going to move on. So again, that's feeling good, guys. Just like any of the exercises that we do, as much as I'm focusing on hitting all the different rep ranges, hitting all the different angles, I'm always still going back to that, keeping the tension on the muscle. So back nice and tight. You really feel that lactic acid. You really feel that pump in the chest. That's us for the chest for today, guys. We'll move on to next week. Remember to like and subscribe, and make sure you write down in the comments list, like, what do you want to see? I'm going through all my workouts, I'm going through all my nutrition, my training, my mindset stuff, so we're going to cover that every single week. So just let me know what you guys want to see, and we'll catch you in next week's episode. Alright, guys.